What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Full Circle, the new miniseries on Max Original from Steven Soderbergh. Yes, Steven Soderbergh once again giving us a TV series. This guy loves to work, doing everything he possibly can to stay busy. Of course, Soderbergh previously made 3 films in a row for HBO Max, Let Them All Talk, No Sudden Move, and Kimmy. And then he made Magic Mike 3, Magic Mike's Last Dance, originally for HBO Max, switched to a theatrical release earlier this year. And then, of course, Soderbergh's like, nope, I'm not done. I'm going to make a TV series again, Full Circle, 6-episode miniseries for Max, previously HBO Max. This is his first TV series since Mosaic, which also came out on HBO proper a few years back. Mosaic was written by Ed Solomon, just like No Sudden Move, and now Full Circle, again, written by Ed Solomon, the third union of Soderbergh and Ed as a writer-director combo. And, on one thing, I would love it if Soderbergh just always made movies. Like, he is one of our great directors, has an amazing CV, but he also works so quickly that makes him so exciting to me. I almost just wish he wouldn't, waste his time on TV. We get enough TV already. I'd like one of our great movie directors to keep making movies. That being said, because Soderbergh works as much as he does, I can't be on him too hard. Alfonso Cuarón following up Roma with a TV series that still hasn't come out, by the way, that's a bit more disappointing than Soderbergh, because I know Soderbergh will give us a movie soon. And heck, he gave us one already earlier this year. So again, I can't really get on him too much. But Full Circle miniseries. We have 2 episodes out of 6 total, and it's got a great cast. Zazie Beetz, Jarrell Jerome, Claire Danes, Timothy Olyphant, Dennis Quaid, Jim Gaffigan. Got some names here. And despite all that, and despite Soderbergh's previous success with TV, despite my reservations, a show like The Knick has long been heralded as the chief of technical filmmaking that can be achieved with TV, especially when it came out, a decade ago. Despite all that, Full Circle did not really grab me. I think a big issue I have with Full Circle is that it's a bit overstuffed. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of unclear plot mechanics, and you're getting exposition that doesn't really help you grasp what's going on in terms of the conflict, in terms of how the various plots and subplots piece together. And despite having great cast, despite looking great, Soderbergh, of course, knows his way behind the camera. Despite all that, I just really wasn't grabbed by the narrative enough. I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue with this one. On its surface, you think it would be kind of interesting, right? You have, I think, the core plot, and again, there are many, but the core plot is a kidnapping gone wrong, where this crime group, led by Guyanese immigrants and other people in New York City, they go to kidnap a rich family's teenage son, but they end up kidnapping the wrong kid, completely wrong kid, unrelated. That's a pretty cool premise, in terms of having things go wrong and ratcheting up tension, and I like that idea, but there's also just a lot more going on. Like, you have this crime syndicate group with all these Guyanese new immigrants coming in, and some of them are trying to get out, and they're afraid of what's going on. Jarrell Jerome, who's been in it for a while, seems incredibly desperate and ruthless in that regard. You have that side. You have stuff going on with the kid they were trying to kidnap, and he's kind of like a wayward son to his rich parents, played by Danes and Oliphant. His grandfather, played by Dennis Quaid. There's just a lot of parts here. And on top of that, of course, you have Zazie Beetz, who's actually like a postal inspector, who's kind of stumbled upon this case in progress, the case that hasn't even completely developed yet in terms of all these crimes that are happening and will continue to happen. And I don't know. I don't know if the circle, as it were, is completed as a viewer. And I'm not that I'm doubting that it'll eventually all come together by episode 6 and it'll make sense as a multi-layered story. I just wasn't grabbed enough to necessarily want to continue, despite the fact that I think the cast is great and I think the show looks great. So, yeah, in terms of that mystery noir vibe, I mean, it's always cool to be in present day New York. Love that. Looks awesome. But yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to continue with this one. But let me know, how are you feeling about Full Circle? Were you more enwrapped and grabbed by the first 2 episodes? Do you want to finish the series? Convince me. Maybe I'll change my mind. Let me know in the comments. And for more TV reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.